Hey folks, it is Saturday, November 11th. The time is 11:17 p.m. and the temperature outside is around 1 degree Celsius. Not really sure if where I am would be considered outside or not. This is the southbound platform at Eglinton West Station. And there's a lot of flashing emergency vehicle lights. It looks like on the Allen Road, just over there to the right. And it is pretty quiet in here. And this is going to be a pretty quiet walk, especially for a Saturday night walk. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to head up to street level. Just fidgeting with my phone here for a second. And then we're going to walk east along Eglinton Avenue for about 3 kilometers or so over to where Eglinton Station is. And when I get outside, I'm going to switch this camera into night mode. Something I probably should have done at the start of this video. And they have finally opened up the front of the station here. They are, of course, adding the much delayed Eglinton LRT. All right, I'm going to shut down the recording here and switch over to night mode. When I come back, I'll have the same view and you'll be able to see how different it looks once I've switched it over. All right, low light mode activated. I think I called it night mode earlier, but I do have to use my phone to preview what I'm seeing. So this is walking east along the north side of Eglinton, and you can see traffic is backed up a bit getting onto the Allen, and I might suspect those emergency lights I saw earlier might have something to do with that. It is certainly a cold one out here tonight. That car just made a turn from the far lane. Yeah, there's definitely an accident down there. There's a bunch of flashing emergency vehicle lights and traffic is backed up quite a bit. Maybe it would help if I pressed the pedestrian beg button. I don't think I'll be able to get a close look at that accident though. Should call this video Johnny stands at an intersection waiting for the lights to change. Now these left turning vehicles have an advanced green. Not much I can do but stand here. You can see the bike lanes going in. It is very inconsistent along Eglinton. right. Don't hit me, Mini Cooper. Not really going to be able to get much of a look at it. And they wrote Cedarvale on the sign there, and not Eglinton West, as the station is being renamed to Cedarvale Station. They have added 3 separate new entrances. I'm not sure if that's really necessary. Wonder what they'll do with this parking space here once all is said and done. But I don't think we'll see much in the way of pedestrian life out at this hour. If we were downtown, that would be another story. Of course, as soon as I mention that, along comes some pedestrians. We'll see how many businesses are actually open this late. There's got to be a few bars. But for the longest time, for several years actually, you weren't able to walk along this stretch over to the station. You had to cross over at those lights there to the other side if you wanted to walk over to the subway station. Jacob's Grill. So this walk will take us by a few LRT stations, starting at Cedarvale. There'll be one at Bathurst coming up. I think that one is called Forest Hill. And there'll be one at Chaplin and one at Avenue. And it'll make a stop at Eglinton Station. I can't remember the last time I did one of these really quiet night walks. So this area goes by the name Upper Village. Here's a place that's open, Food Ease, Indian and Hakka cuisine. We found life. Thirsty Fox Pub. They're open. This place is open. There's cops in there. And it looks like they were there on a call. Popeye's chicken is open. Not sure what possessed me. I don't want to make this video tonight. A wave to that driver. Shouldn't be necessary, but so few would have stopped correctly there. And we are coming up upon Bathurst. And the House of Chan used to be located here on the left. That building was expropriated. Used to be part of the LRT station, which has been criticized for taking up so much space and not doing anything with it. There's no retail here. There's no apartments up top. In a city that needs housing. But for years and years, this part of the sidewalk was all closed off, so it's good to see this is opened up. That'll be the main entrance to Forest Hill Station. Metrolinx is kind of abandoned.
Wait.
I was saying they've abandoned the typical TTC naming conventions, and they've called these stations after their neighborhood names rather than their street or intersection names, which is why Eglinton West is turning into Cedarvale. I'm not really a fan of that. I think most people Don't even know what or where Cedarvale is in this city. Makes more sense to just leave it as Eglinton West. Maybe call this Bathurst North. Or Bathurst Eglinton. And the neighborhood to the left is Forest Hill North, and to the right is part of Forest Hill South. And it's going to be a little more quiet for the next few minutes. There's not so much retail along this stretch of Eglinton. And you can see way off in the distance are towers at the intersection of Yonge and Eglinton, and that is where I am heading to. This is Old Forest Hill Road. Get your shift straight. We have no kitchen nightmares has returned. So coming up at the bottom of this hill is Chaplin Station. And the architecture in some of these older apartment buildings I've always found to be quite nice. Oh, these are actually condos on the left. I was looking to Forest Hill Collegiate. Oh, there we go, it changed just for me. Forest Hill Library Branch. There's a good looking old apartment building. And I lost my connection to it, so I can't see the preview on my screen. When I record in low light mode, I lose the ability to see what I'm recording on the camera itself. Oh, there we go. Was able to get it back. And this is Spadina Road. That will take you south all the way down to where Casaloma is, and it'll temporarily end, and it'll start again just south of Davenport. As that sign says there, Spadina Road actually continues 1 block to the east of here. So it's a bit disjointed, and south of Bloor Street, it becomes Spadina Avenue. And we are heading over the K. Gardner Beltline Trail, and I can't imagine the camera will pick up much from this view. There's an entrance to Chaplin Station. It's harder to look up when I can't see really what I'm looking at. That is neat, that artwork on that building. That's called the Chaplin. And this looks like it's all ready to go pretty much. And the viewer was telling me these poles here on a live stream with that T on it are the new design language Metrolinx is trying to implement. I kind of prefer the way they look outside of subway stations, the more old school TTC logo. You can see a bike lane. Kind of appears that is curb separated and elevated, but over here is just a painted dotted line. There is another building for the LRT station, taking up an enormous amount of space. You go to Paris, and there are giant subway stations where there's just a stairwell popping up out of the sidewalk. 45 minutes free parking. The Shoppers is open till midnight apparently. There's a place that's open, Crave Wings. The Mad Bean Cafe across the street. And here's where the House of Chan relocated to. It's like a Chinese-Canadian steakhouse, if that makes any sense. They were quite famous back in the 70s. And they're also well known for being first come, first serve. And there's stories of celebrities going there and being told they were nothing special and to wait their place, which I think is pretty cool. So quiet, you can probably hear my jacket rustling every step. Let's see if this light actually changes here. So red light there. Nope. Nothing tripped the sensors. What is that? Is that art? There is the Eglinton. Book your holiday event. All right, the Johnny Strides Christmas party will be booked and held there in 2035. Gotta give me a few years to save up for it. And the next major street is Avenue. That's where we'll find the Avenue LRT station going in. There goes an Avenue bus turning north. And just up here on the left is a deli, or was a deli, called Yitz's Deli that was featured on the Kenny vs. Spenny TV show. Unfortunately, when the LRT construction started, this part of the sidewalk was completely inaccessible, and they were not able to survive. Well, that is some freshly painted bike lane there. I can smell it. The smell of fumes is strong right here. It looks like that Petro-Canada is temporarily closed. Good thing I didn't try to go there the other day when I returned a rental car to fill it up. And I don't think these bike lanes are really going to be a success until they're like this continuously along Eglinton. I think that will eventually be the case. There's the Queen's Legs, your local pub. Let's see if the person I know is working there now. I will not confirm or deny. There's another Avenue Station entrance. Elevator out of service. That is very useful information. And this side of the street wasn't opened up for several years either. There's Cushy, a pretty good Japanese izakaya. That is Oriole Parkway. There's a place called Ghost Kitchens. I imagine that just fronts a number of different restaurants on Uber Eats and other delivery apps. And the New York Classic Grill has closed down. I never got a chance to go there. On the left here is Eglinton Park. And this is LaSalle's coming up. So we're not too far from the intersection of Yonge and Eglinton. There is Boom Breakfast Company. Remember during the pandemic, I ordered some delivery breakfast from them. And it was pretty fantastic.
Too big.
It's only 1 degree, but it doesn't feel that cold, and I suspect that's because it's not that windy right now. A lot of these smaller office buildings on the left here have come under attack by developers. There's one being dismantled just up ahead here. I think it won't be long before this one here meets the wrecking ball. And that is a police station across the street. Here's one, 10% deposit on gallery suites. It looks like there's going to be a pair of towers here, 34 and 39 stories. It's a little harder to point the camera up with this setup. But this is Duplex Avenue. Oh, there we go, recenter it. There's the LRT extension entrance for Eglinton Station. And the Yonge Eglinton Center on the left. They've rerouted this pedestrian crossing here once again. It is now moved well west of the intersection. I think they're finally beginning to patch up the street. That guy reeked of cigarettes. Oh, they had an actual police officer in the intersection there. And this is Yonge and Eglinton. Take a look up at the E condos. All right, let's just head north a few blocks. Well, that is weird. I now have a preview of my screen on my camera here. Am I still in low light mode? I am. I have no idea how that happened. I wish that would always be the case.
He won't give you.
There's the Rosencrown, normally a very lively bar, but I guess with the cold weather you don't really notice much from the outside. And up top is Pie, and I went to that restaurant on my birthday on November 6th. And I put a picture of my meal up on Instagram if you're interested. All right, I will spare you having to look at my face once again, mainly because I don't want to deal with trying to flip this camera around without access to all the controls, but I hope you enjoyed this walk mostly along Eglinton Avenue West, starting at Eglinton West Station, heading over to the intersection of Yonge and Eglinton, and then a few blocks north up here to Yonge and Montgomery Avenue on the left and Broadway on the right. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support the channel, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing below the video if you wish to say thanks that way. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell as well, as the channel is nearing 100,000 subscribers. Anywho, I'm going to go in, make myself a warm cup of tea, and relax a little bit. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink.